The rain was a cold gray sheet falling without mercy. Each drop stung, a reminder of the world's disdain. Weak, failure, dreamer. Their laughter echoed, trying to wash me away. I stood alone, water streaming down my face, hiding tears of rage. But in that darkness, a seed of resolve took root. I turned my back and walked into the tempest, leaving their words to be swallowed by the rain. The world I returned to was one of shadows and silence, my sanctuary, a forgotten cellar, damp stone, the smell of earth. Only a single bulb lit the cage-like space. Their words, weak, worthless, became my creed. I made a vow not to gods but to the darkness. My purpose: tear down who I was, build something new from the wreckage. My journey began with a vow to the shadows. I promised to rise from this self-made grave. The training began. A war against myself. My only companions rusted weights and gravity's pull. The iron was cold, uncaring, knowing only resistance. Each lift shocked my system, muscles screaming, joints groaning. The weight was doubt made real. Every repetition was a battle. Sweat poured. The cellar became a furnace. Sometimes the weight wouldn't budge, my vision tunneling. In those moments, their laughter echoed in my mind, fueling my anger. That anger burned away pain and exhaustion. I roared and pushed, channeling every insult into movement. The weight rose, chains clanking, a symphony of struggle. Each lift was a small victory, a crack in my prison. I wasn't just lifting iron. I was lifting their judgment off my soul. Pain became my companion, proof I was changing. I embraced the ache. It was evidence I was no longer the man broken in the rain. The pain sculpted me, revealing the unyielding core beneath. In the dark, surrounded by iron, I was being reborn. Nights bled together, no sun, only the bulb's dim glow and endless dark. My world shrank to 4 stone walls. Silence was a living thing, broken by breath, iron, and heartbeat. Sometimes solitude was heavier than any weight. Ghosts of the past whispered, "You're wasting your time." Their mockery seeped from the stones, seeking cracks in my resolve. Halfway through a set, a voice urged me to give up, promising peace. But then I remembered their faces in the rain, their laughter, my helplessness. That memory whipped me back to my feet. I stared at my reflection in sweat, eyes glowing with intensity. Not the eyes of the mocked, but of a predator, hungry, unrelenting. The darkness didn't consume me. I consumed it. This abyss was my proving ground. Here, I learned who I truly was. Not their opinions, not their limits. I was a will, a focused point of energy refusing to be extinguished. The echoes faded with every drop of sweat, every rep. I was forging my own voice, a silent roar of defiance pushing the shadows back. The change was visible now. My body, once scorned, was a weapon. Strength earned through agony. Scars mapped my journey, muscles coiled with power. The transformation was brutal, but honest. No shortcuts, only relentless effort. The tension inside me was no longer fear, but the stillness before a strike. Movements efficient, powerful, impossible weights now warm-ups. The fire in my eyes burned, a beacon of willpower. Pain was just information, showing my limits so I could push past them. Failure wasn't an option, giving up was forgotten. Every lift was a dramatic scene, struggle and victory in the gloom. My spirit, reforged, was no longer brittle. Isolation hadn't broken me. It made me whole. Only the essential remained. A being unafraid of dark pain or them. I was ready. The time for hiding was over. The world would see what I had become. The day I emerged was grey, but I was not the same man. The city's weight no longer pressed on me. I moved like a mountain. The darkness was now my cloak of power. I found them in the same place, still laughing, still unchanged. They didn't notice me at first, just another shadow. Then one saw me, laughter dying, fear flickering. One by one they fell silent. I said nothing. My presence was my statement. The man they mocked was gone, replaced by iron and will. They saw the change, the fire in my eyes, the reality of my transformation. In their silence I heard my victory. I turned and walked away. My path was no longer about them. The world tried to drown me, to bury me in darkness. It failed. From that darkness I rose, stronger, harder, unstoppable. Let them doubt. Let them mock. Their words are just wind. Build your fire in the dark. Endure, rise, and prove them all wrong.